let's share the love. Let's share the love. So it looks like this is getting ready to go live on YouTube. So we are going to be on YouTube tonight. I think I've got about 9,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And hopefully this is going to be some value to everyone in the YouTube community. So perfect. Yep, here we go. So we're going to be able to go live on YouTube. And then what I'm going to do, since we're going live on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and post this inside the Facebook group. So that way they'll be able to see it there as well. So join us on tonight's coaching call. Tonight's dispute coaching call. And then again, guys, if you're not already in the Facebook group, make sure you join the Facebook group, because this is where a lot of great content is shared and a lot of great support and a lot of results are shared. All right. So boom, now we're here on YouTube. We're in the Facebook group. So just like that, we're good to go. So before I get started, looks like I got anything. I can hear you clear, loud and clear. Perfect. Thanks for letting me know that. So what I want to do is really start off by just educating you guys on how this process works, man, because once you understand how the credit score algorithm works, you will truly be able to put yourself in a position of strength. So when you start the disputing process with your credit, you'll know exactly how you can go from bad credit to great credit. But the key to this is understanding how this process works from the credit score algorithm. So every week we're here to educate you on dispute coaching and then walk you through exactly, how to start building credit. So what I'm going to do is start off with this real quick. So this is very powerful. So this is very powerful because let me go down here and make this big. So let me know, type yes if you can still see the screen. Type yes if you can still see the screen. You should see something that says how your credit score is broken down. Let me know if you can see that. Just type a quick yes in the chat box. Okay, perfect. Looks like you guys can see it. Great. So many of you guys that are in the credit challenge group, you may have purchased the Section 609 templates from me, and that's perfect. Section 609 templates are what you want to use to start getting negative history removed from your credit file. So whether it's a charge-off, repossession, collection account, anything like that, sometimes hard inquiries, the Section 609 templates that you purchase from me, or that you're thinking about purchasing from me, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're not available in my community, this is truly designed to help you with the 35% your payment history. Okay, so this is coming directly from myfico.com. So, and this is coming directly from the bureaus, right? This is how your credit score is determined. So 35% is history. The other 30% is what I call the amounts that you owe. So just because you start disputing things on your credit, I want to make this clear. You want to be disputing negative items, charge-offs, collections, right? Repossessions in certain cases. It depends on the repossession where it stands, but anything that's negatively impacting your score. However, if you have current accounts with an accreditor, you don't want to dispute those because you still have a relationship with that particular bank. So if you have a credit card and your balance is over used, you want to focus on paying down the balance. You want to have what I call cash flow control. You want to have what I call cash flow control. And the reason why you want to have cash flow control is because this puts you in a position of strength to be able to manage your credit card balances moving forward. I'll show you guys on tonight's training how credit card companies literally pay me to use credit with them, right? 10% is new credit, and I want each and every one of you guys to be able to do the same exact thing. Each and every one of you guys deserve to be able to do that. But 10% is what we call new credit, so that's just establishing new accounts. 15% is credit history, and then 10% is the mix. But the biggest one by far is payment history, right? So using the templates and the strategies that I have are designed, specifically the 609 templates, to help you address payment history to get those negative remarks from your credit report. Before I go off into another thing, I want you guys to understand this too. If you have a collection account that you paid or you set up for a lesser amount, it's still going to report as a negative on your report. So it's best to get that collection account, even though it's paid or set up for a lesser amount, get it completely removed. If you have any closed accounts that were closed in bad standing, they need to be removed. Like when I say in bad standing, you have multiple missed payments. Just because you got an auto loan that's paid up on your credit report, but you missed 15 payments over the course of 72 months, that still don't look good. Okay, the payment history is affecting you worse than the good credit. The payment history is affecting you more than your perceived belief of having a paid off auto loan. In this scenario. So the goal is to get anything that's closed off with negative remarks completely removed, unless you have other history that is helping you out. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So the next thing, I want you guys to understand this. So, many of you watching this video or watching my training tonight have what I call a dirty glass. Now, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to put clean water in a dirty glass, right? It doesn't make any sense. So what you have to do is you have a dirty credit file, right? So you have a dirty credit file. So what we need to do is clean your glass. So the banks are flush with cash, and you guys would not put clean water in a dirty glass. This doesn't make any sense. So what in the world makes you think that the banks wouldn't give you water, i.e. money, and put it in your dirty glass? And you're probably thinking like, heck nah, I don't want to drink clean water out of a dirty glass, right? So what you want to do is remove all negative items, right? You want to remove collections and charge-offs. You want to remove remove derogatory closed accounts like I was just breaking down. If it was closed in a derogatory status, we need to get it removed. We will remove hard inquiries, and we want to remove public records. So in my advanced program, I teach you guys that there's actually 6 credit reporting agencies, not just 3. And don't ask me what those 6 are. You want to invest in your education to learn those 6. But the moral of the story is most people don't understand that when we come here, our whole goal is cleaning the glass. Now, the other thing I want you guys to understand is that you can do this yourself, or you can hire my staff to help you with this process. So if you're at a place where you're doing this yourself, many people don't ask me, Kenny, how long did it take you to fix your credit? 6 years ago. Well, it actually took me 13 months to fix my credit, just using, different dispute tactics. And I didn't find out about the Section 609 until like 9 to 10 months in, right? You guys are starting with that. But I want you to think of it this way. With the Section 609 templates, that's just one method to dispute, right? That's just one method. So it's almost like if you're cleaning, your glass, you could be using, you can use bleach, you can use Pine Sol, you can use Windex, you can use different soaps to clean it. But the moral of the story is Section 609 templates is just one type of way to get the negative items removed. There are other cleaning solutions, i.e. other strategies that you want to use and consider. So I hope that makes sense. Now, the moral of the story, I'm beating this home, is you have a dirty glass. We don't want to do anything else until we clean the glass. So this is an example of what a dirty glass looks like. So if we look, I pulled this from someone's file who decided to hire us to do this for them. This is an example of a dirty glass. It's not that dirty, but it is dirty. You've got 6 hard inquiries. We have 7 derogatory accounts or marks. Our credit card utilization's at 122%. Never, ever, ever want to go over 30, but this is 122%. Then our payment history is at 79%, right? We have 28 total accounts, and this is just not looking good, right? So if this is what your credit card karma looks like, you have a lot of red, we need to address this, right? Again, you could do it yourself, which many of you guys have chosen to do, which is fine. You can pay with your time, you can pay with your money, but the moral of the story is you want to clean it. So if we're moving right along, we look at our credit card utilization. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. It says it right here. A good rule of thumb is to keep your balances below 30%, meaning if I have $1,000 in available credit, $1,000, number one, you want to have cash flow control and pay the $1,000 off every single month. But number two, if for whatever reason you're unable to pay that balance off, you want to pay it down to at least $300. So a real case in point, if we're looking at this particular person's situation, they have $800 in available credit and they're using 976. So let's think about this. They were trusted with a little bit of water. They mismanaged the water. They poured it out, and now they just look like they're being irresponsible. So what we want to do is use our credit cards and pay it off at the end of the month. So if we look at this person has a Capital One for $200, another one for $300, and then another one for $300 with a total amount of $800. So guys, you're already spending money on food and gas. You're already doing it. You're already spending cash money to do that. So why not, instead of using your cards and letting the balances go up high, use it, then pay it off. You're already spending the money on cash anyway. So instead of putting the cash on, just using the cash and not getting any reporting for it, why not put it on one of these smaller cards and then pay it off? This is what I educated this person to do. But the moral of the story is you want to you don't want to have high balances, right? So this is an example of one of the things, and I want to I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but essentially you want to have cash flow control. Use it, pay it off. Use it, pay it off. That's the game, folks. Now, the next thing is payment history. So this particular person, they have a 79% payment history because they have 28 missed or late payments on their report. So with a Capital One card that I was just breaking down, they had one missed payment. Then with their student loans, they have 13 missed payments, right? Which is negatively impacting their score. So the best thing to do is get the student loans and that completely removed from their report. Now let me break this down. So if you have the Section 609 templates, generally speaking, those are designed for closed accounts. They're not really designed for opened accounts. And then even if you successfully get them removed, which is very, very difficult to do, but even if you get them successfully removed from reporting on one file, you still need to be able to get it removed from the other files. We have successfully helped people get student loans removed from reporting on their credit files. We do it every single day. So if you're having trouble with this, feel free to book a call with us if you qualify for a done-for-you service, and we'll walk you through what that process looks like. But the more of the story is that you can call your actual student loan company and say, hey, is there any way you can do what's called a goodwill letter, right? But goodwill letters is like a 90-10 chance. 90% they're going to say no, 10% they'll say yes. And really, you're just basically saying, hey, I went through tough times. Can you remove this late payment? But they're going to probably say, nah, it was reported accurately. So it's better to use a really effective method to get that account completely removed from reporting. So that way it's no longer affecting your payment history, right? So that's one part of a dirty glass that we want to address, i.e. having bad credit. Then we have the other thing, derogatory accounts. These are the collections. Now, I will say up front, Section 609 templates and other dispute templates typically are, depending upon the creditor, is a good approach to clean this off. But we want to get all collections removed. And I want to make this extremely clear. Just because you pay off a collection does not mean that's going to make a positive impact. Still, having a paid collection report on your file is just as bad as having the balance on your file. So sometimes it can go up, but it's best just to get it completely removed, right? So if we're going back to the glass scenario, right? It's almost like if I clean my glass, but I still got a couple of stains in there, why would I want to drink out of a glass that has stains in it? It's not all the way clean. So it's best just to get it completely removed all the way and not have any type of collection, no type of derogatory account on your file whatsoever. So the goal is to have zero derogatory accounts reporting on your file. And generally speaking, they report on your file, public records, report on there for 7 to 10 years, right? You don't want to wait 7 to 10 years to prevent you from getting what you deserve financially. You don't have to do that, right? You don't, right? You don't have to do that. That's why I created this, right? So you want to get those removed. And once you've done that, once you have gotten all the negatives removed from your file, it's at this point we want to start transitioning to what I say, put ice in the glass. You want to establish new accounts. So this is where people go wrong. They think that, oh, all I'm going to do is dispute. And I'm not knocking any credit repair company at all, right? We're an education company, which is why I'm educating you guys in here. But our whole goal is to help you understand this process so that way you can do better, right? So disputing is one thing. The next thing is putting ice in the glass, which means we need to establish new credit accounts. So we need to start to establish new credit history with specific type of accounts, right? Not just any old account. I'll show you exactly how to do this in our Done For You service or our higher credit coaching program where we go into how to build credit. You want to lower your credit card utilization, like I was just breaking down, guys. You don't want to have more than 30% use on a credit card. So if you have $1,000 credit card, you don't want to spend more than $300. In my opinion, you want to pay it off to zero because who wants to pay interest, right? Who wants to pay interest? You don't want to pay interest unless you have a business deal that you can make more money than the interest, which is a whole nother conversation. You want to open up unsecured revolving lines of credit. So that way you can start to establish that you can be responsible. One misnomer, one thing that people are uneducated about is, oh, I don't want to go out and get a whole bunch of credit cards because I'm going to look like I'm in debt. No, you'll look like you're in credit card debt if you're using the credit cards. However, if you have $30,000 in available revolving credit, but you're only using $500 or $1,000, you actually look financially responsible because you have the ability to use 30,000, but you're not overusing it. So don't let people say, don't go get credit cards because they're going to hurt you. No, no, no. If you have cash flow control, which is something we educate you on at My Money EDU, we're talking about dispute coaching now. It doesn't matter how much available credit you have. So what you want to do is start getting revolving lines of credit, which is something we teach you how to do, right? Not in dispute coaching. Dispute coaching is just about dispute, but I want you to understand where you're going. Then you want to establish what I call a credit builder account. There's several of them out there. We have some recommended ones in our community, our higher ticket program, in our Done For You service. And then you obviously want to get a secure card. There's several different places you could go to get secure cards. But guys, the moral of the story is once we have a clean glass, the next step is to put ice in the glass. Okay. Now, once we've done that, the next step is to, you got it, guys, pour water in the glass, but not just any old water, clean water. And what this is going to do is allow us to establish credit history overnight. So the easiest way to do this is to become an authorized user, right? I can become an authorized user, but don't become an authorized user on anybody's accounts. I have a module called the Authorized User Blueprint. I'll show it to you guys if you choose to upgrade or get our Done For You service. But in that module, I'm breaking down the very power of becoming an authorized user. In addition to that, I'm showing you how you can approach people who are going to be good authorized user candidates, so that way when you're added to their card, you're going to have good history. So to break this down, let's just say I have a Chase credit card. Let's say I had that Chase credit card for 15 years. Let's say it's $30,000 in available revolving credit. I've never, ever, ever missed a payment. I've always had low utilization, never spent more than $6,000 in any given 30-day period, and always paid it down to below 30%, or just paid it down to a zero balance. And you become an authorized user on that card. Well, guess who automatically gets 15 years of reporting history? You guessed it, you do. So you want to only pour water in the glass once the glass is clean and you have ice in the glass, i.e. you started to establish credibility on your own. So you could do that one for free, or you can purchase what's called trade lines. So in our credit enhancement system silver membership, where we talk about credit coaching, I give you guys access to not only the authorized user blueprint, but the direct vendor that credit repair people purchase from to purchase trade lines. You get the wholesale discount we get. So you don't have to be worried about getting upsold. You can just purchase a trade line right at the gate and go find it and add it to your file once the glass is clean and you got ice in there. Right? What this is going to do is allow you to look more established. So now when you go to apply for higher credit card lines, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get approved, right? Because look, let's look about what happened. We have all the negatives off, and either you did it on your own or you hired us to do it. You established new credibility. You've shown that you can be responsible with your own credit card accounts. Then we added history to our file overnight. So now when I want to go to establish an auto home loan, even start building business credit, it makes the process easier. Our client of ours, Scott Jervis, he followed this process to the T. He went from like the low fives to a 703 in about 66 days and was recently approved for a BMW X6, right? Literally his dream car, following this process. And that just happened, right? But he followed the process. So if we're looking at it, this is an example of what a clean glass looks like. We have 1 to 0 inquiries. We should be having at least the 13 to 25 open or total accounts that are low impact with a revolving lines of credit. We should have no derogatory credit card utilization below 14%, below 30%, and we want to make sure we have at least a 99% payment history or better, right? So the step is this. This is the process. Number 1, you want to clean your glass, clean your credit file. Number 2, you want to put ice in the glass, establish new credit accounts. And then number 3, you want to pour clean water in the glass, which means you want to establish credit history overnight. And I just broke down how that process works, guys. So this is what you should be going for. So many of you guys are still in this phase, clean your glass. That's what you're doing. And again, I'm not knocking that phase. That's the phase I started in. Right? However, in order for you to truly get a 700 plus credit score, you're going to have to do the other steps, right? So it's very, very interesting how we'll invest in other things, but we won't invest in our education, right? The best investment you can make is in your education, right? That is the best investment you can make, right? So what you want to do is continue to invest in your education, attend these types of classes, so that way you can put yourself in a position to start leveraging your credit to build wealth. However, at the same time, have what I call cash flow control, right? My mission here, my mission is to eliminate the wealth gap in the African American community by 10% before I die. That's why I created this. Now, I'm not saying if you're not African American, I won't help you, because I've helped white folks, I've helped Hispanic people, I've helped all races, all classes. It matters. It doesn't matter. People who make millions of dollars a year, literally, I've helped. People who make less than $30,000 a year. It makes no difference to me. We can all be in financial bondage, but this is the process, right? You want to be able to tap into this American dream of credit, great credit, because you can start getting the things that you deserve with yourself and your family. So if we're looking at this right now, I want you to literally see what very poor credit looks like. On the right-hand side, we see very poor credit is credit card utilization. Let's look at it. 75% or more. I just told you guys, and this isn't coming from me. This is what the credit card, this is how the algorithm works, right? 75% or more in my credit cards. Cash flow control means we pay our credit card balances to zero. And if we can't, we pay it at least to 30%, which, again, in my opinion, why would you have a balance on your card so you can pay interest, right? And then you start to get into a trap, which is a whole other conversation. But again, very poor credit means I have 75% or more utilization. Payment history is less than 97%. Less than 97%, right? I have more than 4 collections on my account. I have less than 2 years of credit. And then even if you have less than 2 years, you can still do the strategy I just broke down, which is becoming, authorized user, purchase and trade line to get more history. I have less than 5 total accounts, like a revolving credit or installment loans. And then I have 9+ credit inquiries. And I didn't break this down, but I want to go ahead and break this down. So let's just say you're at the club, right? Fellas, you're at the club. I mean, you got your fresh outfit on. It's Friday. You just got the fresh cut right after work. I mean, you feeling good, man. And then you walk up to the first young lady, ask her to buy a drink. She says, nah, bruh. Second girl, nah, bruh. Third girl, nah, bruh. You go to 9 different women. They all say, no, now you look thirsty, bruh. So when you walk into the 10th one, it's like, no, I'm good. You look thirsty. That's how you look to the banks when you have multiple inquiries. So you want to, and the same thing holds true for you, ladies. If you're going out and you're applying for credit multiple times, you look thirsty. We got to get that off. Now, that's very poor credit. On the far left-hand side, we see what excellent credit looks like. 0 to 9% utilization, 100% payment history, which is why I was harping at the beginning of this call in training that you want to put yourself in position to have what I call 100% payment history, no derogatories on your accounts or credit reports at all. You want to have 9 years plus of history. And the easiest way to do that is to purchase a trade line. I was breaking down. You want to have 21+ accounts and no inquiries, guys. So this is the process. This is literally how you go from bad credit to excellent credit. And I want you guys to understand that it's not just about disputing negative items on your report. That is definitely the start. That's where many of you guys are at, which is a great start, and that's cool, but it's not the only thing to do, right? So many of you guys look like you're typing in the chat box. I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out. Am I still cutting in and out? Please let me know if I'm cutting in and out. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Please type if you can hear me. Please type if you can hear me. Perfect. Oh, perfect. So I guess it's that person's internet connection. So perfect. So I just got Verizon. What you talk about, man? I got good service over here. I literally just upgraded over here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in the chat box for you guys who are watching this video where to go if you want to hire us to do this. I will real quick go ahead and pull up the dashboard of My Money EDU, just so many of you guys who are on this call can know exactly where to go to access your purchase. So just bear with me while I get this pulled up, all right? So silver member. All right, and then what we're gonna do is go ahead and then apply the Section 609 template system. I'm glad it helped a lot. So many of you guys, if you're watching this video and you're in my community, you're in the dispute coaching class, which is perfect. It's the start. But again, guys, I want you to understand that disputing is not enough. Okay. So you can log in right here. This is the back office dashboard. You come right here, hit access. And then when you hit access, I'm going to bring you to everything. There's a nice clean looking photo of me. And then we have access to the instructions and then the templates to use with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Now, two things that are very, very important for you guys. Number one, join the Facebook group. Now, I'll make this clear. If you are watching this and you're not already in my community, if you try to join my Facebook group, we're not going to approve you, right? So you can try to join, but if you have not paid, you're not in the community, you're not a part of the dispute coaching membership, we're not going to let you in. This group is specifically for people who have paid, who want to invest in themselves when it comes to dispute coaching, right? However, if I'm going back over here and you're logging into the actual back office, this is how you log in. Now, if you want to hire us, you just simply click this button right here. It says show me how, and I'm literally breaking down kind of some of the stuff I just broke down in this video, but I'm really going into more detail about, you know, how you can hire us. And then I have testimonials here too. And I'm showing my own actual personal credit score. So you can see I practice what I preach. And this guy right here, Scott, we were able to remove 28,000 in just collections and things from his file in a matter of 2 weeks using our done for you service. And now Scott is the gentleman I was just referencing that now got approved for that X6 BMW. So, you know, at the time when we first did this, he had just got his glass cleaned. Then I showed him how to put ice in the glass. Then I showed him how to purchase history. But feel free to take a look at this page, take a look at the testimonials. And then once you've done so, feel free to schedule your credit clarity call if you want us to help you with this process. Again, you can do it yourself. However, this is perfect for people who don't have time. If you are under a time crunch, if you need to get a score in the next 700 score in the next 90 days or less, then you want to hire us. If you got the time, it's all good. Just continue to attend my classes. Do it yourself. Okay. But I just wanted to make that clear and show you guys where you can go to do that. Now, if you have questions, I also have an FAQs page. So you can click on this button right here. It's going to take you to all of our FAQs, just frequently asked questions, and then you can access those right here. So feel free to take advantage of these questions as well. And again, I want to make this extremely clear. I think I have. Join the Facebook group. If you're a paying member, come here, guys. You want to get on the Facebook group because there's a lot of stuff that we're always posting in here. We're always posting results. People are always shouting out and talking about what they've gotten done in the report. So, and you know, there's just several different. So here's somebody who just posted that their score is on a rise, 82 points. Just started this journey back in August, and it's just showing how they're in the process of getting accounts removed. So again, they started in August, and now we're in February. It's not a quick process. Matter of fact, no. Jesse actually hired us. Jesse hired us. But this person's been around since August. Jesse decided to hire us, and you can see how he hired us back in, I think, December or the end of November. I think it was December, and we've gotten all these accounts removed from his report. But guys, the more of the story is make sure you join the Facebook group. Here's somebody else received a letter from Experian today, 3 of 5 deleted for the 609s waiting on TransUnion. Hopefully they'll follow suit. So again, this group is really here to support you guys, right? I really want you guys to get involved with the Facebook group, right? But the more of the story is you all have access to this. If you don't have access to it, you can purchase it. And the other thing is again, dispute coaching is just one aspect of this, right? It's just one aspect. Also, make sure you can get your credit reports too from a company called Identity IQ using that link. There's a $10 a month discount that you can take advantage of as well. So be sure to do that here. But one thing I do want to show you guys, which is very, very effective, is if you come back here and you see this, right? Many of you guys have the Section 609 templates, which is perfect, right? But if you want to learn the authorized user blueprint, right? I just broke it down. Here it is. If you want to learn how to fill out credit card applications once you have a clean glass, here it is. So all you got to do literally is just hit learn more on one of these particular buttons. And what it's going to do is bring you to a page, and it's just basically breaking down, hey, look, if you just want to buy the authorized user blueprint by itself, you can. If you want to join our monthly coaching program where we go into more details about how to build overall credit, you can click right here, hit start, and then you'll be able to join right there, right? Literally, it's just $24 a month. You won't miss it. Or you could just buy that specific module, whichever one you want, for a one-time charge there, right? But it's real clear, and I have that video walking you through it, right? But the moral of the story is I truly want you guys to be able to put yourself in a position to win, right? Because disputing is one thing. It's a very effective thing, but it's not the only thing, right? So you really have two choices here. Like, you can do it yourself, or you can hire us to do it, right? But once you've done it yourself, or you've hired us to do it, I do not want our relationship to end once you have fixed your credit. Quite frankly, that's where I wanted to begin. So many of you guys, even if you're on the dispute coaching journey, you still need to be able to put yourself in a position to have cash flow control. So if you scroll down here, I have a button where I'm talking about the cash flow control system. You can hit learn more, and I'm really breaking down how to create a budget and savings plan that you actually be able to stick to. And this is very important, guys, because this is literally what I had to do to get myself from having bad credit and no savings to having great credit, having savings, and strong cash flow. See, your credit score is a 3-digit number that reflects your financial behavior. So you want to be able to reflect good financial behavior so you can maintain good credit. All right. So at this point, I've essentially covered everything. So I'm just going to go to the Facebook group and see if there's any questions. If you guys that are on the actual Zoom call have questions, please feel free to chime in and ask any of your questions that you may have. I am here to serve you and to point you in the right direction. Right. So let me see. Looks like I've got somebody raising their hand. So looks like Smith is raising their hand. So Smith, are you still there? I don't know who you are, but you should be able to talk if you're still with us.
Yes, I'm still here, but you answered it. You answered it for me already.
Okay.
I brought your templates a few weeks ago and started, and so I just wanted to know what
Perfect.
was my next step, because I just had like 2 bad items on my credit. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
just
Perfect.
listening to you to follow the next step.
Perfect. So like I just said, dispute coaching is the first step. So be sure to join the Facebook group if you haven't already.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining tonight. All right. So if there's any other questions, please feel free to chime in or type your questions in the chat box. I'm just going to go through our Facebook group and see what questions we may have on the Facebook group. Pay half your payment 15 days before the due date, then pay the remaining balance 3 days before the due date. Yep, that's great advice. Absolutely. Yes. That is exactly great advice. Just want to highlight Genevieve. She's one of our stars and support members here at My Money EDU. She is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Genevieve, for everything that you do to help us out. Thank you for putting up with me as the CEO of the company. I know you go above and beyond it, not only help us, but help the community. So we really appreciate you for being a part of our community. So let's see if there's any other thing. If the unauthorized inquiry letter states attached a copy of the letter I have sent directly to the credit reporting, what exactly am I supposed to do with this when I'm mailing it? This is assuming you sent the Section 609 templates first, Susan, and then you're now sending the hard letter inquiries directly. And then this group is more so for dispute coaching, so that's more of a credit enhancement system question. So be sure to ask that question there. All right, looks like I've got a question here. Kenny, can I say something? Sure. What's going on? Yes, go ahead. What's going on? No, I cannot hear you. Give me 1 second. Let me see if there's something I can do here. Matt, can you should be able to talk now.
Okay, can you hear me now, Kenny?
I definitely can.
Okay, listen. I started with you guys about maybe 2 months ago, and George is a witness too, because he's my consultant. And I just really want to say this here, and I know it's off the record, but I really want to say this here. I really, truly appreciate you guys, man. I mean, I've never seen, I'm going to tell you what happened. Listen, this just happened today. Just today. Okay, I already got a BMW, right? And I had the BMW for 8 months. I just bought it like 8 months ago, real quick. It was a damn lemon. I tried to go back to the dealer to give it back to him. He's talking about, well, if I buy it back, I'm going to buy it back at the price it would be worth now. Okay. I said, all right, well, give me the $7,000. I gave him like 12,500 or something like that. Give me the $7,000 and we'll leave it at that. Oh man, guess what? The weather's bad. I can't come up with the money. We can trade it. I don't want to trade nothing with you. Make a long story short, we're gonna shoot you today. And George he'll vouch for this here. I'm telling you. When I started with you 2 months ago, my credit score was like a 579. I lied to you not. Within 2 months, I just walked into the BM dealership today. Came out with an X5. Okay?
Hey!
With an X5. Listen to me. Listen to me. Hold on. And so the accountant guy, the white guy, he was over there. He was talking about, well, this is that, this is this, and this is what we got. I says, no. I says, look, I already know what my damn credit score is. My credit score is a 677. Oh, no. I says, no, that's on Experian. That's what it is. Oh, that's a summary. I said, look, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to run my credit one damn time. That's it. I says, because I already know if you run it 2 or 3 times, it's going to be on there about 2 years. You're going to run it one time, and if that's not good, we're gonna cancel the deal out. Listen to me. I lied to you not. I got my BMW in the parking lot right now, right outside my house.
Brother, you got to take a picture of this and post it in the Facebook group,
man. I cannot. I called my sister up and told her I could not believe this. I said, no, this cannot be happening. Do you know how intimidating it is to go into a BMW dealership and say, look here, I want that car right there. And that's what happened. Right. Bruh.
Man, that is awesome, man.
I want everybody to know, when Kenny say pay them to do this, pay them to do this. I don't have the time to do all this here stuff. This here was within 2 months. Within 2 months. My car broke down. I took it back to the BM dealership, and they were like, oh, it's going to be around about $300-400 more for us to fix this, fix that. Well, yeah, because it was a 09. It's come on, man. So I was like, no. I'm gonna give you that. We're gonna trade that in. I want another one. I want a brand new one. They was like, okay. Ran the credit. I'm telling you, I got the car right outside right now, man. I lied to you now. I take a picture and send it to you if you need that.
So, man, that is epic,
I
man. So
appreciate your service to the. I ain't never seen nothing like this, man. I've been watching my credit. I've been talking to George. George will tell you. I've been talking to him. Once we got it right, it's on Experian. Everything is up to date. All 3 creditors was reporting the same thing. I'm like, man, this is. I said, I don't believe it. So when I went to the BM dealership today, I was like, we're gonna find out if this credit score is for real. I walked out with that car today. I got the car out there under my car port right now. I lied to you not, man. I just want to say thank you, Kenny. This here is it's astronomical, man. With the people that you can really help. I mean, if they only pay attention to what you're saying, and if you don't have the time and you don't want to be messing around, just go ahead and pay the people, man. Because you're gonna spend 15 or $2,000 or whatever they charging you in the bar, in the club, making it rain. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you, man, what I gave you guys and what it stood up to be. No lie. Especially when you go into like people like, I ain't talking about no mom and pop dealership down the road here. To a dealer, I was like, we're gonna see. Girlfriend came back and she's like, everything is good. I said, what? She said, everything is good. How do you want it? We're gonna take it upstairs and detail it for you, and you can get it today. Kenny,
boom.
I don't want to hold you no longer, man. I'm not trying to interrupt your flow or nothing like that.
No, you're fine, man.
I just want to say, man, yes, this is real. I'm right here in Pittsburgh, PA, one of the hardest, racist ass backdoor states in the world for a black man to even come up. I was telling George, I want to get my credit right so I can do investing and stuff like that. Well, this here is a prime example. Within 2 months, dude, you walk into a BM dealer. That's like walking into the Mercedes-Benz and say, yeah, I want that right there. And they like, yup, we know you do want it. Just like about 15 other blacks that just came in here. But is your credit right? You got a down payment? And the down payment, I just gave dude, look, I gave dude $12,500 damn dollars for a limit. I went in there and they said, well, what do you want to put down? You can stretch this out to 72 months. They said, give us $1,000 down with your taxes. That's it. See you later. I said, no, I want my payment a little bit lower. I said, I give you $3,000. They brought my payment down to like in the 5s. I got an SUV out there under the carport right damn now. Bells and whistles, everything in it. I lie to you not, man. I appreciate you. Dude, first and foremost, I'm going to say first, I was like, yeah, this is some of the same old mess out in my hair. And, you know, I'm going to give them a shot. And George will tell you, I signed up for the small program and never got in. I never, he was like, you already signed up. I was like, yeah, I says, but I didn't know how to get into the, on the link. And he was like, okay, so what do you want to do? So we went on, we got everything straight. I said, I want to pay you guys. Go ahead, take care of this. I ain't got time. Listen, God bless you. I appreciate you guys. And yes, I'm definitely in it with you, man. I am serious. I mean, you made me a believer. My sister, she's like, well, Matt, do you think you can help me out? I was like, hold on, this is discipline right here, sister. This is discipline. You got to take care of your credit. Even after you get it straight, you can't go back out there and just do the same old things you've been doing. And
right.
I mean, you showed me so much within these here 2 months, and I got on Experian, and I was watching what they were saying and bringing all your credit cards down to the 30, or if you can get it under the 30%. Under the 30% is even excellent. I'm telling you, man, you don't know how damn good I felt as a grown-ass man. You ain't need no damn cosigner. You ain't need no woman. You ain't need no man. You ain't need your mama. Nobody to co-sign for you. And they said, go ahead and take that damn car. I'm like,
man, that is power, man.
God.
That is power, man.
What?
I am so happy to hear that, man. Like, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have George reach out to you, man. And if it's okay with you, man, we just want to do a quick little interview with you, man, just so you can share your success story with us, man, and just help us join the movement, man. Because at the end of the day,
that ain't no problem, man. Yeah. That ain't no problem. Like I just couldn't believe it. I was talking to the accountant, and he was like, yeah, I know what you mean. I said, I know y'all turn a lot of people down, don't y'all? And he was like, yeah, well, it's normally just the rich, people coming in here. I was like, yep, I got you. And I left it at that, man. I rolled out of there today with my car. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, not that. Hey, we got to do a couple more runs on your credit to make sure everything is right. No, they went and detailed that. I drove out of there today. I got that right there in the carport right now, man. Right now, Kenny.
Boom,
Kenny,
boom. There it is.
Man. I appreciate it,
absolutely.
Man. I appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely, man. And thank you for sharing that, man. And we'll definitely be in contact with you, man. And
okay.
And like I think George may have told you, like we don't want our relationship with you to end.
Right.
We got your credit right. We definitely want to, show you like the other stuff.
Listen, we didn't get to the 90 days yet. The 90 days ain't till March. The 90 days ain't till March, dude. The 90
I know
days
we still can get you up to the high 7s, bro. We can still get you up to the high 7s. So there's a couple things. We still gonna get you up there. You know what I mean? So that's there. So
my man, I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome, man.
Let me express myself to you, man. Thank you. I appreciate
you. Absolutely, man. Thanks for sharing, man. Have a good night.
Okay, now you too.
Thanks, brother. All right, guys. So there's somebody who did the done for you service, right? I didn't know he was going to be on the call. I didn't know he was going to share anything. Looks like I think Terrence Smith is on here as well. Terrence, if you're still with us, man, you want to share anything about your experience with us, man? Just type something in the chat box if you do. If not, no love lost, man. Definitely appreciate you for joining tonight's call. Terrence is basically saying here in the chat box, my score went from a 570 to a 720. And I believe we did that for him in about 45 or 50 days. So, guys, these are real results, real life people, and my whole goal, like I was saying, is just to give you guys, like, the blueprint. Like, everyone deserves a blueprint. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves to put themselves in a good position to start winning financially, right? We don't have to let the banks, the wealthy, all these other individuals put them, not only be the ones that benefit. Everybody else deserves to be able to benefit as well. You deserve to benefit on this call. If you're watching this, you deserve to put yourself in a position to win. So yeah, I'm so excited to hear that. So if there's no other questions or anybody wanted to say anything, feel free. But I'm going to just keep on moving forward and see if there's any other questions in the Facebook group. That just really, really made my night. That I hear today, two people in the same day Scott and also Matt Stevenson got approved for the X5 today. Scott got approved the other day. He just got approved today for the X5. Got it right there in the parking lot. Got a low credit, low monthly payment. Got what he deserved, right? Got what he deserved. Got what he's working hard for, guys. And everyone deserves to be able to do that as well. So Jesse getting some really good results with the program. Jasmine, we appreciate her for being a part of our community as well. So let me see if there's any other questions here. Let's see. My 30-second is over. Don't have any points. I had so much for the score. Going to send my third round of letters. If nothing happens, what's the next step? If nothing happens, Pierre, you may want to consider hiring us, only because, again, like I was saying, when you're cleaning your glass, the Section 609 templates, guys, is just one cleaning method. It's not the end-all be-all. Is it effective? Absolutely. Is bleach effective? Yes, but you can't put bleach on black clothes, right? As an example, you can't put bleach on blue jeans. So sometimes you have to use different types of soap, different types of cleaning solutions, so to speak, to clean your glass. So if you're going through a process and you're not getting the results you want, you may want to consider either A, upgrading to our higher program where we teach you more stuff about building credit and give you access to other dispute templates like these. All these other templates you get access to when you upgrade to the overall credit coaching program, or you could just hire us and we'll ensure we get it done for you, right? So that's really your scenario. Those are your options there, right? How many accounts can you dispute on your first round? You can dispute up to 22 accounts. That's a great question, Yasmin. It's 22. So nobody answered you. I apologize for that. So I'll go ahead and answer you for you right now. It looks like Genevieve, back on the 26th of January, was just celebrating the fact that we went over 1,000 members in the credit enhancement or the credit coaching group, which is phenomenal. Looks like somebody else. What score goes down? So this probably has to do with how you disputed it. So what you may want to do is just consider, redisputing it with another round, or if you don't have the time, just hire us. All right. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. Join me here. I'm more than happy to answer any questions live while we're on here. Point you guys in the right direction, because again, this is dispute coaching. So my goal is to coach you through this. Dispute coaching, credit coaching, financial coaching, right? Dispute coaching, credit coaching, financial coaching. Or you can just go straight up to hiring us and then go into financial coaching, right? So again, the goal is to be able to show you guys how to improve your credit, then show you guys how to manage your cash flow, show you guys how to increase said cash flow so you can start investing, paying down debt, or just living your life, right? In that order. But many of you guys, if the credit score is bad, if the credit score is negatively impacting you, it's going to put you in a worse position to be able to do those other things that you want to do, right? You're not even going to be able to do it if you got this bad score hanging over your neck, or hanging over your head. We have to address it, right? So again, if you have any questions, guys, please let me know. So it looks like someone else, these two changes made my score jump 12 points on TransUnion. The algorithm score is so serious. Increase. Okay, great. Great, man. Good stuff, man. That's awesome. So excited. So again, we just have a whole bunch of results here. The rental thing is definitely a good, easy one to do. Looks like somebody else is posting something about how they were able to get hard inquiries removed. So that's good stuff. So again, the reason why I talk about Cameron, thank you for being very, very active in our community, man, by the way. But again, the reason why we have this Facebook group here is like when we were in between these biweekly calls, you can get supported from other people who are on the journey just like you, right? Other people who are on the journey just like you. So again, my selfish goal for each and every one of you guys is to help you fix your credit. So once your credit is fixed, you can graduate to our financial coaching membership. And once you graduate to our financial coaching membership, put you in a position to where now you can start building wealth, right? You can start literally putting yourself in a position to start building wealth. And what I want to do real quick as we're wrapping up here is just kind of give you a quick overview of the financial coaching side of things, so that way you can kind of see. So once you join our financial coaching membership, again, you could do this yourself, or you can hire us to do it when it comes to your credit. You'll still have access to our credit coaching program, the credit enhancement system. You'll still have access to the templates. But the main thing that's very, very powerful is cash flow control. Cash flow control, guys. So if you have cash flow control, you can put yourself in position to pay your credit cards off, and then at the end of every month. So in this particular system and module, I'm showing you how to make sure you follow a budget that you can actually stick to. Then I have something called an income shifting blueprint. So many of you guys are overpaying in taxes if you have a normal 9-to-5. So in this particular module, I'm showing you step by step exactly what you need to do to increase your cash flow by lowering the amount of money that you're paying in taxes. So real quick, just by show of hands, if you can use an extra $200 to $800 in your paycheck in the next 30 days, type exclamation mark in the chat box. Go ahead and type exclamation mark if you can use an extra $200 to $800 in the next 30 days. But just type exclamation mark in the chat box. Let me know if that'd be useful, right? So I don't know about you guys. I can use an extra $200 to $800. So I'm showing you right here how that is possible with this financial coaching membership once you transition to this. This is powerful. I think I said this, but I want to repeat it if I didn't say it. And if I said it, it is what it is. There's a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion is illegal. You can go to jail for that. Tax avoidance is just being smart with your money, okay? Then we have the My Cash Clarity System. This is a proprietary financial management app that we have designed to show you how to have clarity around your cash flow. Again, the last thing we want to do is get you up to where you have a 670, 700, 750 credit score, and then you mismanage your finances because you lack clarity. That's how you got here in the first place. This is going to teach you exactly how to maintain clarity. Now, assuming you still have debt that is in good standing, the debt elimination system is designed to integrate with this and this, so we can show you how to systematically pay down your debt. So I just showed you over here how to get an extra $200, $300, $400, right? Maybe you take some of that money and you pay down debt. So again, you can't dispute all debt. Some debt is just good debt. Your mortgage, your car payments, you want to be able to eliminate that debt as much as possible so you can start transitioning yourself to where you can start building wealth. Then we're launching these modules at the end of February. So the Home Business Blueprint, I'm literally showing you all the tax advantages that I have taken advantage of for the last 10 years as a home business owner, and how you can do the same and also start a side hustle. By the way, we don't really actively promote it, but if you know anybody else who needs to improve their credit, improve their finances, we do have an affiliate program that you can join, and we show you how that's possible with the Home Business Blueprint. The passive income system is our module where we're breaking down how to create passive income. I happen to own an investment company, and we help people invest their money, and you can get started with as little as $50 a month. But in this system, in this module, I'm breaking down stocks, bonds, mutual funds, retirement accounts, IRAs, real estate transactions. So I just was speaking with one of my clients. This gentleman owns 3,100. That's 3,100 units. He's closed over $250 million in real estate transactions. And I was talking with him today. We're going to have his information loaded to the back of this course. We have the generational wealth system where I'm breaking down how to build generational wealth, which is very, very important that you guys do this. And then we show you how to protect it right here with the financial security system to make sure you have all the right insurances, you're not overpaying for insurances, and that you have risk management around your overall financial situation. Obviously, the Facebook support group is specific to the people in the financial coaching program. And then each and every month, starting this month, we are going to host a financial expert to come in and just share a strategy that they charge tens of thousands of dollars for to our community. Mortgage brokers, real estate investors, stock market investors, Forex investors, successful entrepreneurs. We have a class lined up for everyone to be able to attend this month. Because the whole goal, guys, is building wealth. That is the goal, right? That is the goal. So once you have great credit, that's the start. We then want to show you how to control your cash flow, increase your cash flow, have clarity, pay down your debt, and really start building wealth down here. These modules are all about building wealth. This module is about protecting your wealth, and it's doing it in that order. Get your cash flow and your credit right, increase your cash flow, pay down debt, build wealth right here, protect your wealth, right? And then make sure you keep educating yourself with the classes. All right. One last thing I want to go ahead and outline and highlight, like I was saying before, my business partner and chief operating officer of My Money EDU founded this movement, Melanin Money. And the whole goal is once you guys get to a place where you have excess cash flow is to be able to teach you how to invest. So this whole movement's purpose is to help 100,000 people of color invest their first $1,000 or more in the stock market, which in the process creating $100 million in new wealth. But again, It's very difficult to get to this process if you don't have cash flow control, if you have bad credit, if you have bad financial decisions, right? So that's the whole purpose, guys. That is where we want things to start. So again, many of you guys are on this call because you have started with dispute coaching, and that's totally fine. That is perfect. Start there. However, we want to get you over to where you're building your credit yourself, or you hire us to do it. Right? You can come to this page, hire us, get it done, then transition yourself over to financial coaching. Let us show you how to control your cash flow. Let us show you how to increase your cash flow. Let us show you how to pay down debt. Let us show you how to start investing. Let us show you how to start a business. Let us show you how to build wealth, right? I don't want to be the only person out here building wealth. I want you guys to do the same thing. Let us show you how to invest. And then once you've done that process, spread the word, right? So it looks like I have a question here. So let me see what the question is. I think someone's got their hand raised. Let me see. Let me go back over here. So who had their hand raised? Tangela. So I'm gonna go and bring you on to talk. Tangela, can you hear me? Tangela, can you hear me? Tangela, you still there? Tangela, are you still there? You're able to talk. Tangela, go ahead.
I didn't mean to raise my hand.
Oh, okay. You had your hand raised, so I thought you wanted to say something. No worries. Thanks for being on tonight's call.
It got stuck. I'm sorry.
It's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and disable. So that being said, before I end tonight's training, looks like I have Cherie Wilson. Are you meaning? I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the spot, Cherie. Cherie, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your Cherry. Cherie, am I pronouncing your name correctly? You should be able to talk. All right. So Cherie, I think you raised your hand. I've unmuted you. Do you have any questions before we end tonight's call? All right, so I guess she doesn't have any questions. So we are here in the dispute coaching class each and every other week. So if you're in the dispute coaching, you have the Section 609 templates. It's a great start of this process. I'll be here in 2 weeks. If you have the credit enhancement system membership, where we're talking about overall building credit, we'll be here tomorrow night, Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30, and that's only for the people who have access to the credit enhancement system. We also have our financial coaching membership call tomorrow night as well for the people who have access to our financial coaching membership, where I'm breaking down in more detail the financial coaching side of things, right? Couldn't turn on sound on my end. Sorry. I can try it one more time. I'll try it one more time. So I just unmuted you. Try to see if you can say something this time before we end. You should be able to just unmute on your end. If you can't, no worries. Just type your question in the chat box. I'm happy to answer it for you. All right. So if there's no further questions, again, from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate you guys for being a part of the community. Man, you guys keep on trying to have these questions before I end. I'm gonna let one more person raise their hand. Isaiah, can you hear me? Isaiah, you're available to talk.
Hello.
Isaiah, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for joining, man. What questions do you have for me?
I was calling because my credit score right now is like a 447. My trans union.
Okay.
I'll call to see if, like, if I get credit cards, like, would it, increase it?
No, I don't know if you watched this entire training, Isaiah, but what you got to do is, if your score is in the 440s, then that means you got a dirty glass, bro. So you need to clean your glass. Right. So that's going to be the first step. So either A, you need to use the systems and outline that I have outlined for you, or B, just hire us, right? But either way, that's what you need to do. Getting credit cards is not going to help you. Right. You need to get the negatives removed Then once the negatives are removed, at that point, you want to start establishing new credit. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Any other?
How much it is to hire you? How many y'all?
Go ahead. It depends. It depends on your situation. Book a call. Either myself or one of my consultants will walk you through everything step by step and address your situation personally. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you for attending tonight's call. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Just remember that you deserve to have excellent credit. You deserve to take charge of your finances. You deserve to get the things that you want with your finances. And we're here to serve you and help you make that happen. So talk soon, and I will see you guys on the next call.